All right, thanks for being here for WFAA News at 4 o'clock on a very wintry Wednesday. I'm Jason Wheeler. Sorry about the alliteration, but it just is. Monday, it was severe storms. Today, we're dealing with sub-freezing temperatures, freezing rain and sleet as well out there, and that has caused some serious trouble on our roads. This is some video sent to us by a viewer. You see an 18-wheeler jackknifing there on that raised portion of roadway. You see other cars trying to take it slow around that. One of them ends up going into the back of that truck there, and it's just chain reactions from there. You can feel for these people because you know what it's like when you start feeling the car slide there as you're trying to move along. You know, odd thing is, if you have been in your house today, good for you, because a lot of times, Kyle, when we have weather like this, you see so many fewer people heading out on the roads. I'll tell you, driving in today, it was like normal Wednesday. Let's all get out and get around, and there's some bad driving happening out there.
Yeah, and that's because this morning, first thing this morning, wasn't that bad, but because temperatures have been way below freezing all day long, anything that's falling is instantly freezing on those surfaces, and especially the bridges and overpasses. For the most part, the normal roads have been just kind of wet, maybe
bridges get you every
icy,
time.
but then you drive on one of the bridges and it's just an ice rink, and if you're going 40 miles an hour and then all of a sudden go onto that bridge and you tap the brakes, yeah, you're not stopping when it's going 40 miles an hour. So basically, here's what I think is going to happen the rest of the evening. I think the conditions that we have out there right now are basically going to stay the same. When I show you the radar, not a ton is happening on the radar, which is good news, but those conditions will get worse as we head through the late night hours and into tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, the conditions that we have out there right now are bad enough, and that is icy bridges and overpasses in and around DFW, with some of those secondary roads having slick spots or being a little icy as well. I don't see that changing anytime soon because it's not like we're going to warm up above freezing in the next couple hours or something like that. But conditions will get worse late tonight and into tomorrow morning as another round of freezing rain and sleet moves across the area. That's why a winter storm warning in effect for all of DFW to the north. Ice accumulations, sleet, and freezing rain accumulations of anywhere from around 1/10 to maybe upwards of 1/4 of an inch. Winter weather advisories for areas to the south and to the east. That's where there will definitely be a glaze of ice, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch as well. Here's the radar. As I mentioned, things are a lot quieter than what it was earlier this morning. There may still be some patchy drizzle here or there. You see maybe a little light freezing rain around the Terrell area, kind of moving off to the east as well. But I do expect the radar to become more active as we head through the late night hours. So it's some spotty drizzle, maybe an instance of freezing rain here or there between now and 10 o'clock. But watch what happens as we head toward midnight. We start to get a little bit more coverage out there. So like I was saying, roads are icy and hazardous up to the north where there was a lot more freezing rain and sleet earlier this morning. For DFW, it's icy bridges and overpasses and some icy roads, and it's just been a cold rain across East Texas and over into Louisiana. But here's what happens tonight. Look at how that really fills in. There's 3 a.m. That'll continue to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So if conditions will get worse late tonight and into tomorrow. There's 9 a.m. By noon, maybe starting to taper off a little bit. And the good news is by tomorrow late afternoon into the evening, most of this starts to slide off to the east. So it's really tomorrow morning where things are going to get nasty, but we're not going to warm. I mean, we will warm up tomorrow, but I don't see just significant widespread melting during the afternoon tomorrow. We'll probably get some, but anything will refreeze tomorrow night. So icy roads, hazardous travel all across the majority of North Texas late tonight and into tomorrow, with icy bridges and overpasses in some roads for areas to the east. Let's talk about your temperatures as we head through the rest of the week. I do have another shot of rain for the weekend, but temperatures are going to be warming up, so I'll have that forecast. And I got 70s on the 10-day.
70s have never sounded so good.
We'll talk
Kyle.
about that here in a bit.
All right, see you soon. Thanks.